Chrysler is tapping music artist J-Lo to help sell its new Fiat. We've got Chris Farley. He's the editor of the Speakeasy blog. He's coming on right now as we speak to tell us all about it.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. They are good, and this ad, it's out now with J-Lo.
It is out now. You can see it online, and you can see it on Speakeasy and on the Driver's Seat blog, and it's no surprise they would sort of go to the well again to get a celebrity associated with a particular region, get them to sell cars. It works so well, as you know,
looking at the ad right now, Chris,
with the Super Bowl ad.
Right.
People were buzzing about that ad more than any other auto ad that came on to the Super Bowl. I mean, that great tagline,
incredible.
Imported from Detroit. Well, they're trying to bottle lightning again with this new ad with Jennifer Lopez. Shows her driving through Manhattan, arriving in the Bronx, where of course she was raised, where she has strong roots, strong identification in her music with that region. And so we'll see whether customers respond in the same kind of way. It's a little bit strange seeing J-Lo driving herself.
Right, it was
through
strange.
Manhattan,
I mean, you could sort of buy it with Eminem, but it was a little bit strange with J-Lo. I mean, and the car's like, it's this very small, the Fiat is tiny driving through these, through the streets, but it plays one of her new songs. Some of the, it was a pretty sort of moving, you know, at least the verbiage they used in the ad. I mean, she's saying, you know, it may just be streets to you, to me they're a playground, this is a place that inspires me. It's sort of an uplifting message. You think that could catch on?
Oh, we'll see. I mean, certainly J-Lo does have the strong identification with the Bronx, with New York City, just like Eminem has with Detroit.
Right.
But will it play in the same way? Do we buy her driving this really small subcompact car?
Right.
A couple of her fans might want to pick it up and bring her home.
Yeah.
You don't want that to happen. So we'll see whether this ad plays in the same way. I think it's really sort of a toss-up.
Now, you obviously have watched the music scene for so long. That Detroit ad came out. This is again for the Chrysler 200. Again, featuring this featuring this sort of gritty music and so forth. And in terms of why you think that resonated so well, it was one of the most popular commercials after the Super Bowl. What was it about it?
Well, one thing that I think really made that work that the J-Lo ad doesn't have is the J-Lo ad features her new music. There's some songs she's just released, and the Eminem ad featured a little snippet from one of her most famous songs, Lose Yourself. Everyone could hear the beat, hear the song, like, oh, I know that song, I know that artist, maybe I want to buy the car too.
Right.
With J-Lo, it's trying to sell her new music, and it's music people might not be familiar with. It's not yet a huge hit, so they might hear it and go, like, well, do I really know this artist? Do I care as much about this car and this music? So again, there's some more variables in this J-Lo ad, many more variables in the J-Lo ad than there were in that Eminem ad, where it just sounded like a hit.
Do you think there's a point at which people will become saturated, you know, with hearing and seeing musical stars try and sell cars? I mean, does this have sort of a finite lifespan to make us interested?
And I love seeing stars driving their cars,
Yeah.
the music. It's a great visual. I'm seeing J-Lo drive that, whether you want to buy the car or not, whether you buy the ad or not. It's kind of fun to see these stars behind the wheel, their music playing, driving around. I say bring it on. I say let's have more top stars. Let's see Britney Spears driving a car. Let's see.
What car would Britney Spears be driving? You pick it.
I don't know. I'd like to see her drive maybe an 18-wheeler, perhaps.
Nice.
You know, maybe have a contrast. But I don't know if they're really selling those to the general public. So,
but
it all depends. But I'd like to see more stars do this. I think if this ad is successful, we will see more copycat ads. Just because that Eminem ad was such a success, people are still talking about it, and obviously the ad community is still interested in replicating it.
And obviously, I think it has to be. You make the point. It has to be the right car or the right 18-wheeler for the right star. Because, you know, I don't know, do you really think that J-Lo's driving herself in the Fiat? I don't know. Yeah,
and do we want to see like Snoop Dogg and like, I don't know, in like a Volkswagen Beetle? Does that does that matchup work? No, you have to have the right star, the right car, and the right music, and maybe you can get the magic that Eminem managed to have for the Super Bowl. All
right, well, this J-Lo ad is out now. You can watch it by linking off the Speakeasy blog. Chris Farley, he's a Speakeasy editor, always here with everything pop culture oriented. Thanks, Chris.